Welcome to the very first episode of Mind and Market by Prerona. I'm your host Prerona Jana, and honestly, I'm a little nervous, a little excited, and a lot grateful that you're here with me today. This show, it's not about being perfect. It's not about scripts or being polished. It's about conversations. The kind that feel like you're sitting with a friend talking about the world, the internet, technology, and everything in between. Since this is the very first episode, I wanted to start with something that's changing the way ads are bought, sold, seen, and honestly survived in India. Before we get into the deep stuff, I wanted to start with a moment that changed everything for Indian advertising. Today's episode is called Programmatic Advertising and its Indian adoption story. How automation and AI are quietly reshaping digital ad buys in India. It's the early 2000s. India is just discovering the internet. Most people are still on dial-up, waiting forever for a page to load. Orkut scraps are the highlight of the day. Cyber cafes smell like instant noodles and printer ink. Digital advertising is tiny, almost like an experiment. Brands rely on TV, newspapers, outdoor hoardings, and radio. A digital plan means 2 banner ads on Rediff, a homepage slot on India Times, and if your brand manager is feeling brave, maybe a Yahoo masthead. Everything is manual, like painfully manual. Media planners make 20-30 phone calls a day to negotiate rates. Someone is always yelling, "Please send the screenshot of where my ad will appear." And Excel sheets? They are not sheets, they are jungles. Endless rows of impressions, clicks, rates, bonuses, discounts, it's chaos. Back then, India wasn't thinking about automation at all. Advertising ran on relationships. Chai meetings, handshakes, late night emails, and last-minute negotiations that went on till midnight. This is the world Programmatic was born into. Fast forward to 2009 to 2010, Google Display Network enters India. For the first time, advertisers can push ads across hundreds of websites through one single dashboard. It isn't programmatic yet, but it's India's first taste of automated ad buying. People are curious, confused, hopeful, and suspicious. It feels like someone just moved the light switch from the wall to the ceiling. By 2011 and 2012, new words began circulating in conferences. DSP, SSP, RTB. Most people don't understand them. Some pretend they do. And some are just excited that they finally have a 3-letter acronym to feel important in meetings. But everyone knows something big is coming. They just don't know what. And then we arrive at 2014. It's 2014. A digital agency in Bangalore is preparing a campaign for a new smartphone launch. There's a tiny room filled with 3 exhausted media planners, 10 open Excel sheets, and a projector that keeps overheating every 10 minutes. Ria, the junior planner, is manually calling website publishers one by one. "Hi, how much for 1 lakh impressions on your homepage? And can you please send me a screenshot of the exact ad slot?" Her manager is drawing targeting options on a whiteboard because the tools were still primitive. Someone at the back is yelling, "Why are we still not reaching tech-savvy college students in Chennai?" And in the middle of this chaos, a quiet intern, who's mostly invisible to the team, says, Why don't we just let a system decide all this automatically? I think it's called programmatic." The entire room freezes. Not because they understood it, but because it sounded like something too futuristic, too risky, and honestly, too scary to trust. That was India's early programmatic era. Stress, Excel, skepticism, and the fear of letting a machine spend a client's money. If you have ever wondered what programmatic really is, don't worry, we are getting there. If you strip away all the jargon, programmatic advertising is basically this: using AI plus automation to buy digital ads for the right person at the right moment at the right price in real time. No Excel sheets, no guesswork, no refreshing analytics till your soul leaves your body. It's the difference between manually hailing a taxi on a hot afternoon and having Uber show up exactly where you are, knowing where you're headed. Let me give you some simple examples. Imagine you browse running shoes during your lunch break. You look at a couple of models, compare prices, but you don't buy anything. You go home, switch on YouTube, and suddenly you see an ad for the exact type of running shoes you were researching. You didn't search again, you didn't click anything, but the system understood your interest and placed the right ad at the right moment automatically. That's programmatic. Not manual, not random, not guesswork, just real-time intelligence reacting to you. Now let's talk IPL, because it's something every Indian knows and emotionally connects with. But here's the secret very few viewers realize. IPL today runs on programmatic steroids. Even before the first ball is bowled, programmatic engines can build profiles of fans, their team preferences, viewing habits, engagement patterns, and serve hyper-targeted ads in real time. Now imagine the person sitting next to you on the sofa, maybe your friend or your dad. They are shown a completely different ad. A food delivery offer, or a fintech app, or a travel sale? Because programmatic doesn't buy ads for audiences in bulk. It buys for individuals in real time. In that moment, every screen in India watching the same match is seeing a different story, tailored by billions of data points stitched together in milliseconds, quietly shaping the commercial landscape of the IPL without anyone even noticing. That's the power of programmatic. But India didn't fall in love with programmatic immediately. We resisted, we doubted, we debated, we held on to manual buying like it was a family heirloom. And honestly, we weren't wrong. Marketers asked, what about control? What about transparency? Are we giving too much power to machines? Will AI replace media planners? But then, something massive happened. Geo entered the market. Data became cheap. Suddenly, a country of 1.4 billion people was online all the time. Regional content exploded. OTT platforms boomed. D2C brands were born every week. And manually managing this scale? Impossible. Slowly, almost silently, the mindset shifted. Programmatic stopped looking like a threat and started looking like a necessity. But just to be real, India didn't adopt programmatic without bumps. We had and still have our own set of challenges. Ad fraud is massive here. Brand safety is a constant headache. Transparency, especially around agency trading desks, is still sensitive. And there's a talent gap too. Not enough trained programmatic specialists to meet demand. These things slowed India down, not because programmatic didn't work, but because India wanted to be sure it wouldn't lose control of its ad spend. Now, if you've ever wondered what's actually happening behind the scenes when the perfect ad appears, here's the simple version of a very complex system. In the programmatic world, there are things called DSPs, demand-side platforms. That sounds technical, but it simply means software brands which are used to place ads automatically. Think of a DSP as the brand's smart shopping assistant. It decides where to buy ads, at what price, and for whom, without a human sitting and bargaining. On the other side, there are SSPs, supply-side platforms. Again, big term, simple meaning. It's the tool used by websites and apps to sell their available ad spaces. If a website has 100 ad slots for the day, the SSP helps them put those slots up for sale in the smartest way. Between them is an ad exchange, which is basically the digital marketplace where this buying and selling happens. You can think of it like a super fast online bazaar where brands and websites meet so ads can be placed in the right spots. And the magic that connects all of this is real-time bidding, RTB. It sounds complicated, but it's literally a lightning-fast auction. Every time you open a web page or an app, a mini auction runs in the background. Different brands bid to show you their ad, not with humans, but with algorithms. And here's the wild part. This entire DSP SSP ad exchange RTB process happens in 0.1 seconds, faster than a blink, faster than a screen can refresh. So when you see that shoe ad on YouTube or that Mumbai Indians jersey ad during the IPL match, it's not random. It's this invisible ecosystem making decisions in the background. India's programmatic journey came in 3 waves. The first wave, awareness. Brands and agencies were learning programmatic existed. Conferences were buzzing with acronyms like DSP, SSP, RTB. They tested small campaigns, dipped their toes into automated buying, but most still relied on traditional buying methods. The second wave, acceptance. Early adopters stepped up. FMCG brands chasing massive reach, BFSI brands needing precision, auto brands targeting life stage buyers. They started investing seriously. Manual buying could no longer scale to India's audience diversity. The third wave, acceleration. Jio had made India always online. Every scroll, tap, and click became an opportunity to engage users in real time. Data-driven campaigns, hyper-personalized ads, and real-time bidding became the norm. Programmatic in India didn't grow in a straight line. India bends, breaks, splices, and rebuilds strategies to fit our scale, our audiences, and our behaviors. 3 very Indian truths drove this adoption. We love efficiency. If a process can save time and reduce human error, we adopt it. We love scale. India isn't a market you test slowly. It grows in millions, fast. We love jugaad. Creative problem solving is part of our DNA, and programmatic is the ultimate digital jugaad. Automated, optimized, intelligent, and fast. Different industries adopted programmatic at different speeds. FMCG jumped in early, BFSI followed, auto brands targeted life stage buyers, and EdTech D2C lived on programmatic. Everyday behavior amplified programmatic's growth. OTT boom, UPI and digital payments, mobile first India, billions interacting on tiny screens in real time. These factors created the perfect storm. A market where programmatic wasn't just helpful, it was unavoidable. But there's one part of India's programmatic journey that people almost never talk about. And honestly, it might be the most fascinating. It's the human side of programmatic. Because while we talk a lot about AI algorithms, data, and dashboards, we forget that programmatic changed the career paths of thousands of young marketers. Before programmatic, a media planner's day looked like endless Excel sheets, negotiating rates, chasing screenshots, sending 10 reminder emails, and manually scheduling campaigns across websites. But after programmatic, a whole new generation of professionals began entering the industry. People who weren't just good at media buying but at analytics, data interpretation, consumer psychology, and strategy. Think of a 23-year-old planner in 2018. Earlier, they would probably spend their first 2 years doing grunt work, checking placements, making reports, updating trackers. But now, they walk into their first job and are handed dashboards, algorithmic tools, audience segments, and optimization levers. They are not being asked, "Can you compile yesterday's clicks?" Rather, they are now being asked, "What does this trend tell us about consumer intent? And how do we shift our bidding strategy to reach high-value users more efficiently?" This shift created something India desperately needed: a new kind of marketer. Someone who understands people but also understands data. Someone who can read numbers but also read behavior. Someone who can talk tech but also tell stories. And there's another layer. Programmatic changed the power balance. Earlier, publishers had more leverage. They could decide rates, inventory, visibility. Now, the power shifted to audience insights. Brands no longer ask, "Which website should we advertise on?" They ask, "What kind of person do we want to reach, and where are they spending time today?" It turned planning upside down. Instead of starting with platforms, we started with people. But maybe the most interesting effect of programmatic in India is this: it democratized advertising. Before automation, only big brands with massive budgets could afford complex targeting, multi-city campaigns, and consistent optimizations. But today, a 2-person D2C startup in Surat or a small jewelry brand in Jaipur can run the same sophisticated real-time AI-driven campaign as a Fortune 500 company. That was impossible a decade ago. Programmatic didn't just scale ads, it leveled the playing field. It gave ambition the same power as budget. And this opened up a very Indian phenomena: the rise of micro-entrepreneurs using programmatic without even knowing the term programmatic. A home baker in Kochi running remarketing ads, a dance studio in Kolkata targeting parents within a 4-kilometer radius, a skincare founder in Bangalore using lookalike audiences. They just see results. They don't see the algorithmic machinery fueling those results. That's the beauty of programmatic. Its success is invisible, and that's exactly the point. The system works best when you don't even realize it's working. So yes, programmatic reshaped an industry, but it also reshaped people, skills, opportunities, and entrepreneurship in India. And that part of the story deserves as much attention as the technology behind it. Looking ahead, programmatic in India is moving toward a world where AI can predict intent even before the user acts. Creative content will adapt in real time. Ads will be targeted in every Indian language. Hyper-personalization will reach the individual level. Regional programmatic will scale like never before. Identity-based advertising will balance personalization and privacy. And Indian brands will operate globally while still catering to unique local tastes. And why does this matter? It's simple. The way we buy attention shapes the way we understand people. Programmatic isn't just a tool. It's a lens into human behavior, choices, and preferences. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect. Programmatic advertising in India isn't just about technology or automation. It's about understanding people, their habits, their choices, and their moments of curiosity. It's about connecting with someone at the right time with the right message, without ever feeling intrusive. And it's about how India as a market adapts, innovates, and finds its own way in a world of global trends. So next time, when you see an ad that feels almost like it's speaking to you, remember, it probably is. And somewhere behind that ad is a story of data, creativity, technology, and a little bit of Indian jugaad all working together. Thank Thank you so much for tuning into the very first episode of Mind and Market. If today's conversation gave you a new way to look at the ads you see every day or the algorithms quietly shaping them, share this with someone who loves marketing, tech, or just enjoys understanding the world a little better. This podcast is just getting started, and the next episodes are going to dive into ideas that are even more surprising, more conversational, and more fun. So make sure you subscribe, keep that curiosity switched on, and I'll see you in the next one where we explore another story hiding in plain sight, connecting the mind and the market. Until then, take care.